Are you ready? Actually, this is 4. I know I said 3 in the last one because the first video is an intermission of me just basically speaking. This is number 4. The council that created Jesus Christ. Our narrator is Dr. Ray Higgins, the elder. I am the second narrator, breaking it down in a simple little form, just in case if you get lost. It happens. Gods and goddesses, understand this. I'm not no preacher. I say it in all my videos. And I say it in every one now, and someone won't get misunderstood. I'm not a preacher, a pastor, reverend, scholar, an archaeologist, mathematician, astronomy. I'm none of those things. But I am a messenger, a bridge point, if you will. Bridging information to help you do your research, cross-reference, and understand what you think you know. It ain't so. But this series here, the reason why I have class is because religion and church do not teach you what you're supposed to know. Oh, they'll tell you things from Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy from the Old Testament. They'll tell you about Matthew, Luke, Mark, John, 2 Corinthians, 1 Corinthians, 1 Peter, 2 Peter. Or they'll tell you about the New Testament. But that story's in the Bible. They're not telling you how it was created. Because that is European theology. And watching this series, you're going to find out how they took the spirituality, flipped it, turned it to religion, Christianity. But it gets deeper. They spit it in your face. Because every time you go to church 3 or 4 times a week, they never going to tell you this information. Because if they do, religion and your church that lied to you per se and points and degrees will fall. Before we get into it, let's pay all due respects. I'm Chocolate Amun Ra. I'm the messenger. Let's give the credit to the Creator out of respect. Amun. Alright. Let's get ready to get that mind right. Get your pencils and papers. Get your pencils and papers and get to writing. I'm going to go over one of the names. Master Teacher Ashra Kwesi. A-S-H-R-A K-W-E-S-I. Ashra Kwesi. Kemetic teacher from Egypt. They do pilgrimages out there. Don't go on your own, you don't know what the hell you're doing. You go with a teacher or somebody who knows what they're doing, and you're able to explain the hieroglyphics, the Mayat, and all these things to you. How your history was personalized, was rearranged, was taken, copied. Let's get into it. Dr. Ray Higgins.
Go find a coin or a statue of Jesus somewhere. You won't find one, brothers and sisters. Nobody, Origin, none of the historians of the 1st, 2nd, 3rd century said anything about somebody called Jesus. Listen, bro. Listen, Lord. Listen what I'm saying. If there was somebody who really turned water into wine, they'd have statues of him everywhere. If somebody really took 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread and fed 5,000 people, they'd have statues and monuments of him everywhere. If somebody had really walked the water, that'd been it, man. That's been it. Did y'all see what that brother did, man? Y'all follow what I'm saying? There would be drawings and everything of it. Not one iota of evidence anywhere on this planet. So what they had to do was they had to take this image right here, the Serapis image, and make it Jesus. At the Nicene Council, y'all all right? All right. You sure? All right. At the Nicene Council lasted for 2 months and 12 days. 2 months and 12 days of deliberation as to what to do with Arius, and also to pass a law that people can't kneel down and pray at this time. They got to stand up and pray, and also to pass a law that this is going to be the day that everybody celebrates Easter. Okay? Now, even though this pagan practice of Easter had existed for thousands of years, nobody had actually decided what day it was going to happen on. Till the Nicene Council. 318 bishops were present. Pope Sylvester, everybody say Pope Sylvester. Another sellout preacher. Pope Sylvester. Constantine went to Pope Sylvester and said, now listen, I'm making you the first pope. Black man, right? I'm making you the first pope, Sylvester. Okay? But now here's what I want done. And as long as you follow my orders, you'll be a rich pope. You ain't nothing to worry about. Pope Sylvester was Emperor Constantine's puppet and was used to proclaim his wishes. To this council we owe the Creed of Nicaea, defining against Arius. This is some deep stuff. They actually convened a council meeting and came up with a creed just to discredit Arius.
All right. I'm going to break this down real quick. Obviously, you can see Arius was a black man who comes from Lyria, right? He basically started telling everybody that you're worshiping a false god, period. Okay. Now, Constantine, who's a Roman general who winds up getting into religion, and he's supposed to be now Christian. Okay? All right. Then they wanted to stop Arius from preaching and discredit him. Point blank. Discredit him. Now what they do, and I want y'all to please pay attention, because I'm going to say this quick, and it's going to be harsh. I told you there was a black pope. The first pope was a black man. Arius is a black man. The first pope is a black man. You start to get this picture what's going on. Constantine tells the pope, you listen to me, you're going to be rich. You got to discredit Arius. Discredit him. Make him look like he's a liar. Because the people sees that the Pope is in a higher position, that he's supposed to be closer to God. He's a messenger from God. That's what the Pope's supposed to be. Right, okay. Now, what you got now it's a black man who's telling you the truth, and now you're going to have a black man that's going to feed in lies and come up with the creed. The Nicene Creed, which become the statement of the Christian faith, was written, decreed, and canonized by 318 Roman Catholic bishops. The Council of Nicaea in 325 A.D. You hear? They're preparing to disgrace this man, degrade him. They're coming up with their own concept. And they're using a black man to destroy another black man. Now, since you got that, what has been going on for generations? Simple. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, W.E.B. Du Bois, they all was destroyed by a black man. Marcus Garvey, infiltrated by a black man. Huh? The Black Panthers, infiltrated by a black man. Understand this? These motherfuckers, excuse my language, because I get rigged up, because I know information. But these people literally infiltrate and then help the European people to destroy, because it could be for greed, their family on the line, or they just don't believe nothing what is being told. I gave you my opinion on this topic that matches what goes on to this given day, that black people worship the Europeans and they will sell each other out without a second degree. Let's go to Ray Higgins. He's about to drop it deep. I hope y'all ready, because I can feel some of y'all now is uncomfortable. I can feel it. You think religion is what it is, huh? No. But you're going to get to know it.
Nicene Creed, right, which became the statement of the Christian faith, was written and decreed and canonized by 318 Roman Catholic bishops of the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD. Let's check it out. Let's read it together. What does it say? Can everybody see it? Let's read it. We believe in one God the Father, all-powerful, maker of all things, both seen and unseen. Stop right there. Okay? No problem. Now they begin to address the issue. You notice how they had to open it up? They had to open it in a statement that is unanimously agreed upon with everybody. Arius didn't have no problem with that statement. In fact, that was Arius' argument. They ain't but one God. He ain't got no son. That was Arius' argument. See what I'm saying? Okay? The son, the one y'all calling the son is the S-U-N. That was Arius' argument. But now they begin to address Arius' heresy, as they call it. Now, actually, the man was telling the truth. And by the way, y'all, Arius historically existed. He really existed, okay? He was telling the truth. That's the problem. The establishment couldn't handle the truth and not remain in power. And remain in power. Now let's look at the next thing now they begin to address. And in what? One Lord Jesus Christ, the Son of God, the only begotten from the Father. Why did they have to say that? Because they wanted you to know. See, that statue that they made, that wasn't begotten from the Father. That was made by people. The Serapis image, that was made in a molded by the hands of craftsmen.
Right.
Okay? So they had to come up with a creed to knock all that out. Begotten from the Father. That is from the substance of the Father. Y'all see this? I mean, all you got to do is read this about 3 or 4 times and you'll see how asinine it is. I mean, really, just read it several times and you'll see, why do they have to keep saying that? Why do they have to say that again? I mean, what are they trying to say? You follow what I'm saying? Begotten from the Father, that is from the substance of the Father. Check this out. God from God. Light from light. True God from true God. Now you just said God from God. So why you have to turn around and say true God from true God? Begotten, not made. Y'all see it? There's already said here twice. Begotten from the Father. Only begotten from the Father. They got to say it again. Begotten, not made. They're specifically addressing the statements that was made by Arius. Now, that's some deep stuff. They actually created a creed based on what Arius said that Catholics everywhere now have to recite every day. Consubstantial with the Father, through whom all things came to be, both those in heaven and those in earth, and for us humans and for our salvation. He came down and became incarnate, became human, suffered and rose up on the 3rd day, went up into the heavens, and is coming to judge the living and the dead, and in the Holy Spirit. Now, why did they have to say all this? Think, people. If it really happened, you ain't got to go through all this. Now it gets real deep. Because now they in part 2 of this, they actually talk against Arius' words. And those who say, meaning Arius, there was once when he was not. See, that's what Arius said. Arius said, I remember the day when there was no Serapis image, when blacks were on the throne. Okay, Serapis didn't always exist. Serapis came into existence since you white folk got in here in Egypt. That's what he's saying. So the Roman Catholic Council said, and anybody who says that there was once when he was not, and before he was begotten he was not, and that he came to be from things that were not.
All right. I told you it's about to get deep, right? Now, what the Europeans did was they took the words of Arius and reversed it. And they made it a creed. Made it law. Now, as you heard the elder Dr. Ray Higgins explain, how can they sit there and state it, someone's going to die, 3 days later they rise, when Jesus is not here yet? Now they're talking about there's only one God, when Arius said there was only one God. Arius already explained to the people there's only one God. Arius already stated that you're worshiping this image, this metal form that man made. They turn around and says, don't worship nothing man-made. Took his words and used it against him. Sounds familiar? Your churches don't tell you these things here. Now hold on. Jesus Christ is not in existence. You haven't figured that out yet? All this is being done by whom? By Constantine and the 318 bishops at the Council of Nicaea. So they could discredit Arius, who comes from Libya. Huh? You listening? Understand, gods and goddesses, religion in its format, it is not what you think it is. That's why I tell you, when you do your research, cross-reference. Because if you get a story, and all of a sudden, the story is matched over here, on the north side, the story matches over on the south side, and then the story matches on the east and the west. There is no question. It's real. Because understand, this information is being told around the churches here in America, around the world. Even though you're going to have a lot of people who are going to be institutionalized, they're going to be co-native, they're just not going to want to hear it because in their emotional feelings, oh, well, okay, even if it is real, I'm still going to worship what I want. Understandable. So that basically just tell us that you don't want to be reformed, you don't care to renew your mind, and you act like you're going to lose your religion, which you're not. You're gaining more power and more understanding. Let's get it back to Dr. Ray Higgins and how the Constantine and his bishops, how funky they be towards our brother Arius.
Or from another hypostasis or substance, affirming that the Son of God is subject to change or alteration. These, the Catholic and Apostolic Church, what y'all, anathematizes. Look at the person that you say, there's that control mechanism again. They had to put this creed together because of what was happening with people's eyes coming open. Well, it's deep because there was a lot of confusion, a lot of discussion. People said that don't make no sense, but what Arius is saying does kind of make sense. So, since they were going through all this, Emperor Constantine stepped into the room. And he said, all right, I'm ordering y'all to decree that the Serapis image is Jesus Christ. And that Jesus Christ is everything that was just said. And then he ordered all books to be burned. Why? You gotta get rid of the evidence.
Now I got to explain this one to y'all, I really do, because I need you to understand something. Understand the Emperor Constantine. No, he became a Christian. You do research, you'll find that out. Constantine basically now is going to put his stamp on it. Forcefully. Forced. As Dr. Higgins stated. There's no more words and laws. As I'm going to tell you what's going to go down. And this is what's going to happen. Click on drop. Constantine came in and dropped the law. Then, the books they had, obviously the books have to be from African law. So now they burn books. They burn these books so they can get rid of the evidence. They got their own scholars. They can write what they want to write and put in their own information. Why would you burn books? If you already got the information, why would you burn those books? because those books are the original, and let's burn the evidence. And from that point on, we can rewrite history. Let's get into it.
See, y'all, that's why I encourage y'all, go to Kemet while you can. Go to Kemet while you can. Get the evidence while you can. Because in any argument of apologetics, that means proving your point, the rule is no evidence, no argument. Huh? Sure did. That's what the guy in Egypt said to us. Sure said it, brother. I forgot all about that. No evidence, no argument. And that's why they are whitewashing Kemet now. I should say Arab washing Kemet now. They're slowly but surely removing all of the black presence out of Egypt and replacing it with an Arab presence so that they can tell the world that they did all of this. When Constantine came in and made his ruling, all of the brothers who were behind Arius' dad, all of the brothers who stood with Arius, punked out. Punked out, man. We don't want no trouble. Arius, I know you tell the truth, but man, shoot, we got to eat, man. I got to pay for that Lexus, man. You know, that chariot of gold that I'm riding out there, brother, and them horses that pulling that thing, man, it costs money. So Arius, I'm sorry, brother. You know, you my man. You know, you here. But I got to sidestep you on this one. Nobody stands up against the emperor, Constantine. And all the brothers who came to him, to Nicaea with him, forsook him. That's why y'all, you know, history tells me. You know, you got folks, I appreciate, I love it when y'all say, I'm with you. Y'all know how much I done heard that? And folks who said it, they hear. I mean, I love to hear it, don't get me wrong. But I ain't resting on that. It's not your strength I'm standing on, man. I'm standing on the fact that God gave me this assignment. That's who my strength is. You follow what I'm saying? To awaken our people. I want some of y'all who promised to be with me, man, when the stuff hit the fan. You know, I look around and you ain't there, I'm gonna shoot you if you ain't. I said, man, I got out here because I thought y'all was with me. Don't take that serious, okay? I want nobody to get that all over. I ain't gonna shoot nobody unless I have to. Then. Yeah, buddy. Those who followed the brother abandoned him except two. And they were exiled under the order of Emperor Constantine. And as you saw, he died 11 years later. So, what was the outcome?
I told you it's about to get deep. I warned you. I tried to tell you. Can you handle the truth? Now the Jesus you think you know, the Jesus that you see in the images, he's not here. Or not there. At that time. 325 AD. One lesson we need to learn. It's sad, but it's true, that you cannot trust people. When you believe in what you believe in, And you believe it so hard that you're prepared to tell the truth. And the people that surround you says, we believe too. But when things hit the fan, let's see who's going to be standing beside you to continue on this path, this journey. I'm Chocolate Amun Ra. We got one more session class to go. One more session class I will go. Continue on. The council of Nysa that created Jesus Christ. So far, the only Jesus Christ we got is a metal image, and it's called Serapis. And Serapis is Parliament, who was the friend of Alexander. Arius from Libya challenged it and saying, you're worshiping this metal object which is false. Then the Romans painted a picture, and if you look at the name Serapis, Christ Smith, you will see the word C-R-I-S, Chris, which they took that word and turned it to Christ. How things seems to be falling in play in this series. Do you see how things is falling in play? See you. And number 5, I believe it's number 5. If it ain't 5, it's 4. But see you then anyway.